Good morning, night crew, and good morning, everyone else. Coach Nandy signing in. Coach Nandy After Dark. Today is Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. It's like the week just started, it feels like to me. And it's about 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on with the night crew. And let's see who is in today. Let's do a quick roll call. Good morning, everyone. If you would please hit the like button, the heart, smiley face, etc. I would certainly appreciate it. And please make sure to share this video as well. So Wanda Thomas was here first. She was waiting patiently, which I certainly do appreciate. Hi, Sawanda. Um, let's see. CFAM68, good morning. Hi, how are you? Hi, Miss Bolden. Francis Copes, Tawanda P. Hi. Hi, Unicorn. Medea Alston, Jackie Brown. Jackie, I need to I see your comments when we're live, but when I go back and look at the footage a lot of times, your comments are blocked out. I think I'm not sure if you're blocked. I don't know, but I will definitely go in and fix it because your comments never show up after the video is over. So let me make a note to myself about that. I was trying to figure out who you were last night. I couldn't remember your name, but I knew that there was a situation that I caught. So I will take care of that. Lamara Posa, hi, good morning. Hi, Miss Highsmith, good morning. If you all could hit the like button, smiley face, heart, and share, I would appreciate it. Miss Highsmith, Lisa Williams, hi, namesake. Medea Alston, hi, Miss Roberta, you're always here, which I certainly do appreciate. Puerto Rico, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Deborah Thompson, hi. Val Wilson, good morning to you as well. Kathy Brown, Maya Allen, Miss Epps, hi. Andrea Thomas, May Hempstead, good morning to you. Hi, Cheryl, how are you? Q Vasquez, buenos dias. Willame Matthews, hello and welcome back. Katrina Holly, hi. Victoria McNeil, good morning to you as well. Sherry Butler Piniano. That's a mouthful right there. But good morning to you. Tammy Nash Perry. Hey, girl. Hey, good morning. How are you? Lavelle Hoxie, Manietta Mani. Hey. You saw that too, Miss Jackie. Hi, Janice Mitchell. Medea Allens, Claritha Bolden, Janice Presley. You got that Elvis Presley money? That's that long money. Marilyn Manuel, good morning, welcome back. Audrey Brown, Letitia Carroll, Marva Brown Taylor, good morning to you. Trina Evans, Kenya Slusher, hi, good morning. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everyone. I certainly do appreciate you all being on with me with a night crew, and you know how we do. I am not going to be on long. I know that I say that and I wind up being on long, but that's because we just be talking about so many different things on our platform, which I'm grateful for, because just talking about one thing or being one track mind is not the move. That's never been the move for us. So hi, Larissa. Hi, Miss Bellamy. Good morning, Andy, and everyone checking in from Chicago, because she gonna let you know she's from Chi-Town. Maritza Vargas, buenos dias, mamacita chiquita. Hi, everybody. Good morning to you all. I am going to do a little bit of housekeeping really quickly. Nandy After Dark. That's our spot on this earth. Our little spot, our little speck on this earth. It's Nandy After Dark. That is where we discuss all things Took and Crook, of course, and then so many other things as well, from hot topics to everything, anything and everything in between. We're always just having a flowing discussion. So if you are not part of the movement, you haven't become a supporter yet, I would certainly appreciate that support. You can hit the green button and or the green badge and become a supporter. It is $20 a month, but we do a lot. And I certainly do invest back into the group quite a bit. So I'm going to tell you about something else that I'm going to be doing starting today, actually, later today. So lots of exciting things. It'll grant you access to the all-exclusive lounge that we have. It's a Teammates Lounge and then the After Dark Lounge, and that's where the magic happens. We do a lot of stuff there. You get a lot of first looks there, exclusive content. So if you haven't become a supporter, now will be a good time to do that. On Facebook, not YouTube. I also want to say to you all, I know that I had said that I was waiting for them to, I got monetized halfway, right? So I got my stars and the subscriptions. And today I logged in and discovered that they actually went ahead and improved everything across the board as it should have been from the day, the day that I became eligible. But I realized that things don't happen always the way that they should. Let me put my picture up here so you guys can see me. Hold on. I realize that things don't always happen the way that they should, when we think they should, right? And that's just the folly of man, women, etc. That's the folly of man, wanting things on our own time and our timing. And that is absolutely just not the way that it works. Everything and everyone on this earth obeys the time of the Creator. Everything, even the sun, rises and sets as preordained by the Creator. It's not something that we can control. So everything respects time. Everything. Even the earth revolves around its axis, according to the timing that was preordained for it by the Creator. So I was upset. I'm like, I'm putting out this content. I am connecting with my teammates, followers, affectionately known as my teammates. And like, why haven't they monetized my account? Y'all heard me. Y'all were right there with me. Like, Mandy, that's crazy. And yeah, it's like 3 months it's been, and it should have been. It's I guess it's so October, November, December, January. 3 months it's been. So, but I am pleased to announce that they have turned on my in-stream ads and all the other monetization tools that I was waiting for. So I'm very, very happy about that. It's a long time coming, and that just will encourage me to do more work and put more content out, because now I'm getting paid, as every content creator on the planet of the face of this earth wants to do. Any of them with good sense. You want to get compensated for your time and energy, especially if you're having the kind of rhetoric and connections and conversations and things that we do on this page, on this podcast, on on our program. So I'm super happy about that, and I just wanted to share that with you all, that I'm now monetized fully on Facebook. Can you believe that? When I get my first Facebook payout, I'm going to share it with you guys, meaning all the information, definitely, because I feel like there are people who want to start in this space, and they're like, I don't know where to start. When will I start getting monetized? Because again, that's what you're doing it for, to create an extra stream of revenue outside of whatever else you have going on, your permanent jobs, your regular jobs, etc., whatever it may be. And people get discouraged when they hear people like me saying, oh my God, I'm not monetized yet. And people are like, I'm not getting into that. Like, they're not even monetizing people. So I want to share with you guys my algorithm and what I was doing the first couple of weeks when I started, what my numbers look like all the way up to now. And I don't get compensated for previous videos. And I should, because I should have been monetized, because I was eligible well before a month. They say it has to be a month before you actually start getting like the monetization tools, but I was ready well before a month. So I think that they should go back and they should retro that, but I'm not even going to push it because they couldn't even get my monetization straight. So how are they going to get that straight? So I'm just going to move forward, put my best foot forward, and keep it pushing. But I'm happy to share the analytics and all that stuff with those of you who like to know about it once I get my first Facebook check. Okay. I'm already monetized on YouTube. You guys already know that. Thank you for your support over there, your viewership, all the super stickers that you send. It's going really well. So I definitely appreciate you all. Quick housekeeping. Let me put you back up. Hold on. So, why aren't you cooperating? That's not very nice. All right, there we go. All right, so a little bit of housekeeping really quickly. Everything that I, me, we, you say on this page, we are all covered and speaking through this filter of alleged and allegedly. Everything I say is alleged, allegedly, whether I write it, type it, speak it, sing it, whatever it may be, me and you, if you're a teammate, a member of this page, or you follow this page, then this disclaimer is for us. We're also non-discriminatory, which means that if I say something out of frustration or shadiness or whatever it is, please know that it's not coming from a place of hate for the entire group of individuals that I'm speaking about. It's coming directly and going directly toward the people who we all can't stand. And that will be Took and Crook. Or anyone else that I may speak about. It will be just specific to that individual and not the entire population of any oppressed group of people. So that could be LGBTQIA plus, that could be the disabled community, whatever it may be. We're not discriminatory, and it just goes toward the people we're speaking about. And then finally, we have a hold harmless. So you all know we had our first clinic corner here. I went live first in the lounge, and I didn't release it until like a week later. So they get first access to all the interviews and all the stuff that goes down. They get first dibs on it, first look. But we had a Carmen's dental office from Cancun on our show to do a quick clinic corner. And they were so gracious and kind about providing all kinds of information about dental implants, what to expect, what not to do, what the cost of the implants are, some information about their office and their staff and their team, how multifaceted they are. It's a one-stop shop. They have anything and everything that you need to have done. So they have a periodontist on staff. They have a reconstructive surgeon on staff. They have a general dentistry. They have an orthodontist. They have a team of incredible professionals. So you don't need to go different places to get your implants taken care of in Cancun at Dental Design Studios. It's a one-stop shop. So they were on our show talking about that. They were not compensated to be on our show in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Not one dime, not one peso was paid to them. All right. So, they came on and they talked about their show and gave us great insight. So that was our clinic corner. Anytime we have any clinicians on this show, which we'll have plenty more down the line, I'm going to put this out there that, we have a hold harmless on our platform. So if you're talking to a primary care doctor and they tell you to go to the pharmacy and get antibiotics, right? Because a lot of pharmacies here in Georgia were giving out, I don't know that they still do, but they were for years, giving out a certain type of antibiotic, not like Z-Packs and stuff, but stuff like clindamycin and things. So if you are advised to take an antibiotic or Tylenol, whatever it may be, and you have an adverse reaction, you break out in hives, whatever, we're not responsible for that. We're hold harmless. You ultimately need to get in front of your primary care doctor or specialist, let them lay eyes and hands on you and give you a proper diagnosis with the proper treatment for that diagnosis, right? All right, let me see what you. All right, so let me see what's going on here in the comments. Let me take this down. There we go. So you all were right here with me. Couldn't believe that I wasn't monetized for as long as I was. So you guys know firsthand how long overdue this is. So thank you all so much. I'm looking at the comments and I see all the accolades. You guys are so sweet. Tammy Nash Perry said, "That's right, Nanny. I'm so happy for you. Goals for real. I definitely need some advice on some things I have going on and make it happy to do that." You know what? I'm gonna hold a I'm gonna call it. But if I say it, then other people start trying to do it. But that's okay. They can copy. No, people can copy you. Imitation is flattery. You imitate it, but never. What? How does it go? Imitate it, but never duplicate it. Yeah. I'm going to start holding a rising creator or aspiring creator. That's what I want to call it. An aspiring creator course once a month. And it will be chock full of information about how to get your page started, how to grow your audience. I had 10,000 people. And so I was talking to someone, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and they was like, well, your page grew like that because I was sending you people. How is that possible when I have more people than you by far? So no, it happened. I was doing things strategically to grow my audience. I never bought advertisement or anything like that Carmen has done, definitely, because I mean, it just the math is not mathing. So I'm happy to share different strategies with you guys on that, about my experience in that space. And and other things like how to market. I'm an MBA, so you'll have an opportunity to pick my brain about a number of things. So yeah, I'm going to give me a little bit of time, a couple of weeks, and I will get that started and rolled out to you guys. Sharing my data analytics, sharing my revenue stream, on the different videos that I put out and all that stuff. So complete transparency, because I don't have anything to hide at all. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. We're going to call it Aspiring Creators. So an Aspiring Creator course. Let's see what you guys are saying. Congrats. It's well deserved. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Miss Roberta. Thanks so much. Miss Willamay, I appreciate that as well. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. All right, listen. We're not going to be on here long. I wanted to come on and tell you all that. And of course, I'm drinking my body armor. It's so good, y'all. This one is the peach mango. But I did buy, I told you all yesterday, I was in Walmart, Target. I was in Target, and there was they had a sale on body armor for $5. And of course, I can get them from Costco $15. I can get 20 of them. But these were flavors that are not in Costco. So I picked up 4 of them. And my favorite one is the orange clementine. It is good as hell. I did not expect this to be so good. And it was. I'm like, orange flavored, no sugar added. It's excellent. It's my favorite one. And too bad it doesn't come in like, the Costco pack or whatever. Let's see. Miss Roberta said, I laugh when people say they made someone right. Bull, people make themselves a strong believer to this. Like, no. I was doing all kind of cross promoting on my page for other pages too. You all know that. When I first came on the scene, the first thing I wanted to do was form a partnership with a sistership with other pages. And I set out to do that. It didn't work for various reasons. But that's what I set out to do. And I really put my best foot forward in trying to do that. Unfortunate set of circumstances happened throughout that time. And that's okay. Everything's not for everybody. And sometimes we want things, and that's not the things that are intended for us, for our walk, for our path. Not me, I mean just people and everyone. So, yeah. Let's see. Hola, amiga. Hola, ¿cómo está? I don't know where you're from. I never seen you before. Kumis and Nijaplat Mysteri. I know you speak in Spanish, and I like to speak Spanish, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and block you, sir, because your whole profile, your name, and everything looks very suspect to me. Y'all know how these bots come in here and they say hi, they get your attention to say hello, plain English, or they'll say hola. Next thing you know, it's spam all on your in your comment section, and I'm not even playing the games. Excuse me. Miss Cynthia Ewing said, that's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Miss Smith. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for your kind words and accolades. I really appreciate them. If you could please hit the like button, the heart, the smiley face, etc., I would really appreciate it. So let's get into some of the things that we're going to be talking about. Not a lot of Crook and Took stuff. I could cover them. I could pick apart everything they do and everything they say. So I want them to know, if they're watching, that just because you're not quarreling, fighting, doesn't mean that it's a slow news day. I could pick apart literally everything about y'all, because you don't belong. You kind of do belong together, but there's always something. I don't care what it is that you guys are doing that I could expound upon. But today we're covering a couple of other things, and I want to keep this super short. So we are going to, let me make my thing. We're going to get into some hot topics. We're going to get into some hot topics today, guys. All right, so a couple of things. G, I'm a landlord. Hi, G, I'm a landlord. Glad that you had safe travels and back. Oh my gosh, I've been back almost 2 weeks, which I cannot even believe. It's like insane. Let me tell you guys about this situation that happens in New York. I don't know if you guys have been following this or you're aware of it, but I'm like, what? Okay, so there's a school in New York, in Nyack, New York. Okay, it's Nyack Middle School. And on the first day, so let me set the scene. So a lot of schools, universities, colleges, business corporations, they contract out their kitchen services. And what that means is they don't hire cooks and the lunch ladies like we used to have back in the day, the lunch ladies with the hairnets fixing the food in the mornings and all day and then serving it to us for lunch. A lot of schools don't do that anymore. They rely on a third-party company to handle those things. It's just less work for them. And it's just less money too, because you don't have to pay all those benefits and, et cetera, et cetera. So this school in New York, Nyack Middle School, on the first day of Black History Month, the planned lunch for them was, it was supposed to be cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteaks, some fruit, veggies, etc. But what happened was, instead, let me put my picture up here so you guys can see me too. Hold on. Okay. So instead of being served what was on the menu, so in schools nowadays, they publish the menu like a week ahead of time. And which is great because we didn't know back in school. All we knew was like Friday was pizza day. So that's it. But now these kids get these fancy schedules. Their parents knows what they're going to have for lunch. These are balanced diets, thanks to the Michelle Obama, going in and changing a lot of things about the nutritional offerings or lack thereof in these schools. So in this school, on February 1st, the first month of Black History Month, and this is a predominantly African-American Black school, instead of serving cheesesteaks and such, they actually served fried chicken and waffles. So they deviated. The company that was hired to provide the meals for them. They've been partnering with them for years. They deviated from the regular schedule and decided that they were going to serve fried chicken, waffles, and watermelon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Watermelon. Okay. And fried chicken. And parents were furious. They were furious. It became a big thing. This is a problem. I'm not saying that Black people love watermelon and chicken. Everyone loves watermelon and chicken. But there's a stigma, a negative stigma attached to Black people and our love for watermelon and chicken. And there were all those Sambo cartoons and the black and white shows of the Sambo and, all that kind of stuff. And parents are infuriated. They were furious. So here's a video of the superintendent of that school speaking about this incident and taking accountability, because that was important to me. I didn't want to hear anything like, oh, well, they normally do a good job. I don't know what happened, but they're usually good. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear accountability. I want to hear an apology, and I want to hear what you're going to do going forward to make sure that something like this never happens again. So let me play the video for you of the principal of this school, who was just as equally disturbed by this.
And they then, it's the business office that will then push the menu onto the website to be, there's a link on our website for food services. And, and again, just to your point, even with the January menu listing, chicken and waffles, and yes, might somebody have caught that to say February 1st? What I can tell you is if they put chicken and waffles and put watermelon instead of bananas behind it, I would like to think members of our staff that process the menus to put them up on the website would have said, hey, we got a problem here. That's not what they did. It's chicken and waffles and bananas. And again, I think we would be sensitive to even chicken and waffles, at least on the first day of Black History Month. But that, again, I want to emphasize, was not what we were expecting. So yes, so the process simply is, as it goes through the business office, gets published or pushed out to the website. Our building level administrators, they probably would not be normal. It's not part of the regular procedures unless they've been having some issues with the quality of food, or kids are complaining about cold pizza, and they notice that Tuesday is pizza day. They may have scanned it for that, but they're not expected to provide that level of oversight. That's a trust that we put in with our contractor, our vendor. But what I can share with you, our school district, Aramark is not the only outsourced employee group that we have in the district. Our bus drivers through Brega, our custodial maintenance services are outsourced, and all of these are folks that we put a lot of trust in, that do interact with our staff and interact with our students. So the idea that while this is again a very extremely disappointing incident that has occurred, I have been personally pleased that Aramark's response to date has been to say, hey, we recognize the level of cultural insensitivity that we demonstrated, and we do want to look to you to try to participate in some of the many workshops that are taking place here. So yeah, that's a wonderful first step, and the more of our employees in this district that begin to understand what this district values, in terms of trying to create and address the institutional racism that we know, is in the air that we breathe, whether it's in this district or in any district in this country. I think it's a real positive first step, and what that looks like is really going to be us meeting with them and giving consideration to their time and availability, and what that will look like, using our Director of Equity and Innovation, and beginning to set things up. But I would envision things like getting to the root, those types of activities. As you probably are aware, if you've conversed with Lisa, we continue to run Courageous Conversations, which are these informal gatherings of the employees in the district to just talk about school life and racism in general, and those are the kinds of things that I would envision that we'll be engaging with Aramark employees.
Okay, so that was the principal of the school, Nyack School in New York, Nyack Middle School, issuing that statement. And so that was all great, good and fine. The company Aramark, let me tell you a little quick story about Aramark. So you guys know I've worked in corporate America my entire life. And I'm going to tell you that I've interacted and interfaced with Aramark plenty of times. When you work for different companies, etc., you go downstairs to a cafeteria that has all kinds of stuff, hot hot food section, a grill section, omelet stations, all kinds of stuff. And one particular employer, I've dealt with them quite a few times. There's one particular employer, place that I was employed at years ago, and our mark was the food supply, not food supply, but the outsourced cooking, chef, etc. organization, food service organization. And I went to the kitchen. It was something I used to get all the time. I was very friendly. You all know how I am. You've seen me out with people. Very friendly with all of the employees behind the counters there at the grill section, the hot section, breakfast, omelet station, carver station, all of that. And so one day I got my usual, which was turkey sausage at the time, turkey sausage, boiled egg, and an English muffin. I love English muffins, at least I used to. And so Garfield, his name was Garfield, was the person who was working on the grills at the time. I remember that because he's Jamaican. So we talk and laugh all the time and talking, Jamaican patois. We, back and forth with patois, right? And so, which is Jamaican dialect. And so one day I paid for my food. I was getting my food and, chit chatting with Garfield. Of course, the place is crowded. I get my food. Normally I go back upstairs to my office. But what happened was I was waiting on a colleague of mine, a lady, doesn't matter what her name is. It was a female colleague. So instead of going back upstairs, I paid for my food and I sat down at the tables, right, in the cafeteria. And she was taking quite some time. And I don't know what, I guess I had to get on like a call or something. So I go back into the kitchen and I say to her, hey, girl, I'm going to catch you upstairs because I have to get back, blah, blah, blah. So I walked past the register, right, because I've already paid for my food. So I went to tell her something and I left and then I went upstairs. Well, lo and behold, I got an email invitation from at the time my boss wanting to speak with me, and I'm like, okay, this is an impromptu meeting. You know what I'm saying? Normally, you put stuff on my schedule, put stuff on your schedule, okay. And do you know that she said to me? She said, "Come on in my office." And so my name's Nandy, as you guys know, which people wanted to be something else. Everything else, it's Nandy. I was named after Shaka Zulu's mom, but most people just call me D. So she goes, D, I had a conversation with the food service manager downstairs. It was like the next day, I think it was. And I said, okay. And she said, did you get some food from the grill and you didn't pay for it? Like you walked past the register and you didn't pay for it? I said, when? She said, yesterday. I said, yesterday? No, why would you ask me that? Of course I paid for my food. She was like, well, they were just talking, like the managers were in the kitchen and they were saying that you got food and you walked out of the kitchen and they didn't see you pay for it. I went to my desk. This is what I used to do when I went to that kitchen. I went to my desk and I got my receipt. The reason I kept my receipt is if you have like, what was the policy back then? If you have like 20 receipts and you go back to the kitchen, they give you like a free lunch. You know what I'm saying? That was the policy. So I'd always keep my receipts like in one of my desk drawers or something upstairs in my office. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay. I was in her office. So I left out. I went and got my receipt. I said, is this what you're talking about? And she was like, oh my God, I'm so glad you have that. I said, what's going on? She was like, well, they said that they saw you in the kitchen and you were talking to Garfield and then they saw you walk out. I said, what they saw was me go back in the kitchen to get whatever her name was at the time, to let her know that I was going back upstairs, but I had already paid for my food per my receipt right here. So she was like, you mind if I make a copy of it? I was fucking pissed. I was very upset about that because first of all, I'd never had a problem with Rmark, and this was with Rmark. I'd never had a problem with them before, or the employees who worked there. So for their leadership team, and at the time, was I in a leadership position? I was in a leadership position, but not like now, like an executive leadership role. I was like a manager or whatever. And I've always carried myself with a certain level of professionalism, dignity, all of that. Especially when you, as a Black woman, and you're working in a corporate space, like it's incumbent upon us to carry ourselves a certain way. right? And so for them to be asking me, talking about they didn't see me pay for it, well, here's my receipt. Clearly, you wasn't looking when I paid for it, and then sat and waited and went back in the kitchen and walked back out. So I've had an experience with them before that was definitely unfavorable. So this is the comment that Aramark put out about the fried chicken and the waffles and watermelon that they served this past February 1st for Black History Month. This is what they had at this Black school. This is what they said. They issued a statement. Here's their headquarters. This is their new headquarters. They do very well for themselves collecting those coins, but being racist. They said this was a mistake and does not represent the values of our company, and we are committed to doing better in the future. The R-Mark statement issued through the school district stated. Johnson, in the note to middle school families, said that he hoped this unfortunate situation can act as a learning opportunity for R-Mark to be more mindful when making decisions that impact our students. I don't believe for 1 second this was an oversight. I don't. Let me exit this. I don't believe for one moment that this was an oversight. You pick the first day of Black History Month. Okay, this is not their first rodeo. This is not some mom and pop company, some small company. You changed the menu. It's not even like this was just already something that was established. And oops, the days happened to coincide. The menu was originally Philly cheesesteaks and whatever else, fruit, etc. But you changed it to coincide with Black History Month on the first day to be fried chicken and fucking watermelon. Are you serious? Nah, I don't believe it was a mistake or an oversight at all. And that lame whack apology that they gave is just that. It's lame and it's whack. So I really wanted to share this with you guys because I had an experience with them that I felt profiled in. Right? Why the hell would I steal something out the kitchen? Because you didn't see me pay for it the first time. Okay, but I was glad that I had my receipt because otherwise I could have just got my credit card, receipt offline or whatever. But I'm not surprised. That's all that I'm going to say about this. I'm not surprised at all. I think they, why can't I click it? Comment? I think they should go back to having lunch workers back in the cafeterias and make school lunches from scratch. Hot and cold lunches, can't go wrong with the best lunches to eat. And she said it was good that you kept your receipts. Very important. I wasn't keeping them for that to prove anything. They had, if you buy 10 breakfast or lunch things from breakfast or from lunch, and you kept your receipts, then you would get a free breakfast or lunch of whatever it is that you wanted. So I'm glad that they had that policy because my desk drawer was full of receipts. And that's because I wasn't even going down there to cash in on my, hey, can I get my free breakfast? I just had them in my drawers piled up. I always forgot, like, oh, every time I get to the register, like, oh my God, I forgot. I got like 10 receipts upstairs. I had like over 100 receipts in my desk because I wasn't even like getting a discount for that. I wish I could have remembered to do it, but sometimes I would just go to lunch, whatever. Anyway, so wanted to share that with you guys. And then did you guys, so we're going to segue from that and then talk about food since we're on the food subject. So there's a restaurant here in Georgia. It's not in my backyard, so I don't know how I'm feeling about this. And they sell turkey wings. They sell smoked turkey wings and legs. It's a place. It's called Turkey on the Loose. And here is a small clip that they had on their website. On the Instagram
Turkey legs and wings. They are located in Riverdale, Georgia, and they have some amazing flavors like the sweet heat turkey wings only on Wednesdays, and they have the new garlic parmesan flavor that you definitely need to check out as well. They also have the honey barbecue. Add a little lemon pepper sprinkle to it. You won't be disappointed. Get the frozen drink and try their wings on Wednesday. They have some big turkey legs. They fall off the bone. Be sure to check them out.
Oh my gosh, you guys can't hear me? I'm so sorry about that. I apologize. I have my computer set up now to automatically just like for the sound to come back on. For whatever reason, it doesn't do it. I don't know why it doesn't do it, but I think maybe if I play like a video ahead of it, that's why it gets confused. Like if I stop talking, it'll pick back up, but if I play a video, it won't. So I apologize about that. I don't need 15 people to tell me it's no sound. One person will be good. So we're gonna get a designated no sound person. When I'm talking to you guys, I don't look at the comments. I only look at the camera. So if 5 million people say there's no sound, it's not gonna make a difference because I'm not gonna see it. Until I look at my microphone and I don't see it like moving, and then I know. So I apologize about that. What I was saying was, this place is like an hour and a half away from me, and the lines are so long. There's always like over 100 people in the line, and that's one of the reasons I never went. But I will be going there today. I will be talking with their owner, small little interview to talk about, because this is a Black-owned business, talk about what they do, how they do, their secret sauce, literally and figuratively, as to why so many people are like driving from so far to get a taste of these chicken wings. They look amazing to me. And all the reviews on their website, it's called Turkey on the Loose, are just as incredible as the food looks. So am I on mute right now? No, I'm not on mute. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So I love turkey wings. Turkey wings here in Georgia is like a staple for like when they have carnivals and festivals and fairs. I noticed that they always have, I don't know if there's a carnival thing all over the country, but definitely in Georgia, they love their smoked turkey legs. So I'm going tomorrow. I will be filming and going live on site there, and then doing some private interviews with the owner, and and bringing all that good information about food in our local area, Black-owned restaurants, directly to the lounge. And I will be doing that tomorrow. So looking forward to that as well. Hi, Sonia. Good morning, Andy. Hi, Filey Michelson. Somebody said, I love turkey on the run. Someone else said, it's like here in Houston at the Turkey Leg Hut. Yes, I've heard about the Turkey Leg Hut. I've never been, but I heard it's very, very good. So, yeah, I'll be there today on site filming and talking to some of the people in lines about where they're from, and getting, their story. But certainly I want to get the backstory for this restaurant today, Turkey on the Loose. So if you're a member and you're in the lounge, look out for that, because I will be dropping that tonight. I'll be there today and I'll drop it tonight. Don't know who this person is with this name, but you about to be blocked. You look like a spammer. I know that's like profiling for the spam bots, but no, you come up in here with a name I can't pronounce, Thomas. Hi, how are you? The night crew don't even talk like that. So you got the verbiage all wrong. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save us both some time and gonna block you, because I don't have time for spam bots and stuff. But somebody said yum yum. I don't think that Black-owned restaurants in Atlanta get the credit and the notoriety that they so deserve. And I'm not talking like I'm talking all restaurants. I'm not talking about just the fancy ones. I mean, even the small ones, the hole in the walls, the lesser known ones. So what I'm going to do this weekend is look up all the Black-owned restaurants in Atlanta, as many of them as I can find, and aspire to go there, kind of like what Guy does on Diner, Drive-In, and Dives, but the Black version, the African-American version, small business owned small Black businesses, small Black restaurants, Black owned, and give you guys some insight on how they do what they do, and taste the food, of course, and let you guys know what I think. So that's a good way for brands to heighten their brand awareness, and for you guys to get some good eats and stuff. There's definitely sound, so I'm going to block you. This is how people get blocked. And then they be like, oh my God, I'm blocked. Nanny, what happened? Because you come on here acting like a Rose Goldie, and then there's nothing I can do after that. So I'm looking forward to going to this place. I heard so much good stuff about it. I don't know about that sauce, that red sauce that they put on it. I'm particular about like the sauces and stuff that I eat on my food. So we'll see about that. I'll let you guys know. There is another hot topic that I was reading, and I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention and get you guys' feeling about the situation. So there's a lady, she's an older lady. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yep. So there's a lady, she was working, and she was leaving work. Let me put this up all the way. She left work, and she was walking home in the snow in Michigan. She's in Michigan. And when she left the place that she was working at, she got super cold. Her hands and her feet were cold from walking in the snow. She stopped at a BP. And in doing so, she wanted to warm up. So in doing so, she left, she walked as she was walking into the BP, she saw a bag that was left at the door. And she picked up the bag and she looked at it. She didn't look in it. She didn't open it. But she did look at it, and she could see it was money inside. And she gave it to the cashier, and they called the police together, and the police went, and they, of course, counted the cash. It was someone's wedding bag. Someone had gotten married and left. I don't know how they did it, because I've never done this. I don't know anyone who would leave just a bag of money around, right? So it had wedding cards in it, like the thank you notes and all that kind of stuff, or the congratulatory notes, etc. So the police took the bag. The lady, she's an elderly lady. She didn't have a car. That's why she was walking, obviously, 65 years old. And they called the people who owned the bag, right? Because there were notes inside and all kinds of stuff. And so the police were so moved by this. One of the police officers' wife had reached back out to the senior citizen and was like, got a story, how she found you. Why were you at the gas station if you were walking? All that kind of stuff. So when she told her, I was there because I was walking home from work. I don't have a car, and I wanted to go inside and warm up a little bit before I finished walking home. And that's when I saw the bag and turned it in. Well, it turns out the lady, the police officer's wife, she, this touched her so much that she started a GoFundMe for this lady. And very quickly, she started it for $10,000 because she wanted her to get a car. And it went, 15, was it 10? It was 10,000, the GoFundMe. Started at 10,000 and it got all the way up. It's up right now to, if you look at the screen, it's $77,489. And they wanted, actually it was 25,000 they were looking for. But they've far exceeded that, and 77,489. I mean, that's a ton of money. That's a ton of money. And this is a classic example. And Carmen can take some notes from this kind of stuff. We all can, really, honestly, but especially Carmen. What you do privately, when you do something privately and you bless somebody privately, God will bless you publicly, definitely. But Carmen's problem is she does everything publicly. When you do things publicly and you congratulate yourself publicly, or you boast publicly, or you're always on camera showing what you do publicly, you take the opportunity away from God to bless you, because you already done blessed yourself. You already tooted your own horn. You already screenshotted and filmed your own accolade, your own actions to get accolades from people. So God be like, all right, well, you already did it back. You don't need me to blow you up or bless you or, none of that. So when what you do privately for people, God will bless you publicly for, better than anything you could ever try to do for yourself. So I was happy that this lady did this. She said that she knew that she had to return the money because that's how she was raised. If it's not yours, you give the money to who it belongs to. Again, another thing that Carmen can certainly learn from. Yeah, so the GoFundMe is still going. And last time I checked, it was $77,489. She said she wasn't expecting anything like this at all. She said she was so overwhelmed. And she, of course, she went out, she bought a car. she hadn't been able to attend her, let me show you her picture again, her grandchildren's soccer games and baseball games and all that stuff because she didn't have a car. She said now she won't ever miss any of their games. I thought this was a sweet little feel-good story I wanted to show you all. Let's see. Deborah Johnson, you about to get blocked. Let's see. So Wanda said she was, that part. She was given a Jeep. Yep. I didn't know they gave it to her or if she bought it with her own with the money from the proceeds. But you're right. They probably gave it to her. So I thought that was super, super sweet. Let's see. Let me go over that one. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Rico and Carmen and Tay. Hang on a second. Give me a second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not on mute and talking, but hang on one second. All right, I'm back. I apologize about that. Yeah, I thought that was a great story. A great story. Just goes to show you. I mean, yeah, we're always being tested, always. And sometimes we pass the test, sometimes we don't. I'm not saying every person on this planet always pass the test because that's just not even possible. But I mean, it was already written in the cards for her to, to find that bag and to turn it in and to be blessed in the way that she was. It was already written. Night crew. Hey, Miss Brenda. I love genuine Carrie stories like that. Yeah, it's it reminds us that there are still good people out there. We're living in a time where times are better, certainly, than they were 200 years ago, or even 100 years ago, 50 years ago. Times are better, but we still definitely have a long way to go. There's still a lot of division, separation, and lots of stories of people doing all kinds of stuff out here. But this is one of those stories that reminds you that not all people are evil or devious, and there's still some really good people out there. So I'm glad she got exactly Miss Barbara. She said, "What goes around comes around," and I know that sounds corny and cliche, but it's true. So let's talk about Rico. So Tay and Carmen, as you all know, have been going on this so-called whirlwind trip that they love, that they love to brag about. They've been bragging about it. This is, I don't even know, is this the Valentine's Day trip? Because Valentine's Day isn't until the 14th, but they're going this Friday for several days, and then they're going da-da-da-da. But couldn't slide a lady yesterday $30 who got into Carmen's inbox asking for money to go to the hospital. Why Carmen felt that she should even brought that to our attention is beyond me. Because as I was just saying, when you do things privately, God will bless you publicly in front of everybody, everyone. Like he did this lady. This is a classic textbook example of what I'm talking about when I say that. But the fact that Carmen put this out there on Front Street and used it as a way to let people know that people ask me this stuff all the time. People are in my box all the time needing help. And we could do more if we had more help. These are the things that she was saying. when she was talking yesterday. I couldn't show you yesterday because something was wrong with my device, but I'm going to show you guys now. And then I'm going to talk about Rico. Hold on. Yesterday, my equipment was acting funny, but it's working today. Let's see. Somebody says she's home cooking up all the chicken. That's funny. Okay, this is it right here. This is the one from yesterday where she was talking about how, they could do more if they had more, just begging for money again. I can't wait to see my first Facebook check. I cannot wait. I've already seen my first YouTube check. I came in around halfway at the halfway point last month. And so I only got about half a month's worth of compensation. And, if I got that much for half a month's worth of compensation, I know they're over there getting paid. And, on Facebook. And they have way more followers than I do. So they really like making disgustingly ridiculous amounts of money. Disgusting, just disgusting. But here's a clip from yesterday where Carmen was dry begging and talking about how they are on the budget. Carmen, you don't even know how to spell budget. That's why you're in the situation that you're in. Your credit's messed up. You don't own a home. You lost your business because you don't know anything. You're not financially literate. And I don't even know that Tay is. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she learned something from all them checks that she was bouncing all those years. I don't know. But what I do know is I think it's BS for them to be talking about how much money they need to be saving when they living off of your money anyway. Here's the video. We'll talk about it when it's done.
Feed on the way from Atlanta to Houston. Y'all saw us feed. Y'all saw us do another feeding downtown. The feedings would be more often, but like I say, we have to budget. We have to budget. And I don't get help when we go out and feed. We don't get help. We don't get donations when we go out and feed. That comes out of our own pocket. That come out of our own pocket. So we do our part. We make it a point not to ask for anything when we go out there and we feed the less fortunate and the homeless. We don't ask for anything anymore because, we don't want to have, we want to do it, but we don't want people to, have something to say. And, they're kind of winning right now. They're kind of winning because we would be out there feeding more often if we had help, but it's better to feed when we can and not get the backlash, so the haters would rather not see people have a nice hot meal. They would rather see people not have a nice hot meal if Tay and I have to get out and feed it. And when we go out and we feed, we always show what we do because I've encouraged so many people over the years to go out for nothing. My supporters, people say, you get enough supporter badges and stars to do it. I earn those supporter badges and stars. And I do use, when that money comes to me, it comes in my name, and I use it for my cooking show. I have an entire staff, and we use part of that, we give back. We give back. And we're going to continually give back. So when people come up, it's hateful. It's something going on. That somebody could definitely have the audacity, in Tay's word, to come on my page and say, I see y'all wearing Gucci and Burberry and all that. You can send somebody $30. It's not about the $30. It's that budgets and limits. And we do our part. And there's so many people that want to help. That want to help other people. That don't mind sending, 4 people could have probably sent her $5, and she could. Well, 4 people could. Well, 8 people could have probably sent her $5. She could have probably got to the hospital and back. But like I say, it's taken care of, and it's so much that we could do. It is so much that we could do together. But we would simply rather tear each other down on a daily basis. We would rather tear each other down and build each other up. So we'll be on a vacation. We're going to the Poconos. We'll be on vacation this week. So people are going to say what they want to say.
This lady's so full of it. She's such a liar. I don't know if she made this video so she can show some people, and then try to act like, you know, this is what she does. Like she's talking like she doesn't know that we know what's up with her. The fact that she's lying, talking about we don't ask for anything, we do it out of our own pockets. Carmen, who did you make this video for? Because you're definitely not talking to us, because we know you don't do anything out of your pockets, and everything that's in your pockets come from us. Our viewership, even mine. I watch your videos because that's part of my job now. It comes from us. The sponsors, the donors, the supporters to your page, etc., etc. That's where the money's coming from. You act like it's coming out of your. You said, not act like it's come. We do this out of our own pockets, so we haven't been feeding as much. You haven't fed at all because people onto you now, and you don't want to use money out of your pockets. You want to use money from us so that you can get more money from us when you're doing what you're doing. Carmen, stop. We feed. We done fed. You haven't fed anybody in the 6 months, 7 months that you've been with Tay. Not one time in Atlanta did y'all feed anyone. The only time y'all fed someone was when you were traveling from Atlanta to Houston, and who knows where you got those chickens from. I have no idea. I could speculate, but I'm not even gonna go there. The food that you got when you so-called served leaving from here to Houston, driving, moving. And then also that time that y'all were out there acting like y'all were doing something with no license, no permits, no clearance from the government, none of that. Just out there doing what you do, which is lawless things. You're always on the wrong side of the law, Carmen. Always. All the time. Now, if you're watching this and you've been on the wrong side of the law, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her whole life. So what feedings have you been doing? You've not been doing any. The only person you've been feeding is Hungry Hippo. That will be Tay. She eats up everything. And that's all you've been feeding. You've been taking money and using these stories to dry beg for more money. So stop. We're on to you. You don't do anything out of your pockets. We do it all. We don't ask for anything. You're asking for money right there. Come on now. Stop. What's her name? Christy asked if I could see her comments. Yes, I can see your comments. You made one on Facebook and then you made another one on YouTube. Yes, ma'am. I can see your comments. Let's see. Somebody said, what budget? The wedding budget or travel budget? Like, come on, stop. Who do you think she's talking to? Miss Brenda said, we have to remember God bless us openly. Yes. Shake my head. Out your pockets. What? Out of Facebook paid pockets. Right. That part. Which I just said. That's money from us. From the viewerships and blah, 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 blah. Neither one of you have a job other than social media. Preach. They're trying to get Beyonce tickets. Ooh, those tickets are crazy. We looked at some of them. Were y'all on yesterday? Let me look right quick. Hold on. Somebody said that it was a Beyonce fan on was saying it wasn't true or whatever. But these Beyonce tickets are crazy. There. So I'm screen jumping back. Hold on, y'all. Beyonce tickets. Look how much these tickets are, y'all. We talked about this yesterday on the live. $652, $748, $801, and these were from the official website. This wasn't like from like one of them places where they like broker tickets. 702-810. This is crazy. So yeah, trying to get the Beyonce tickets, they're gonna have to beg a little for those. Let's see. Crook and Took stay on Facebook begging stars and cash apps. They sure do. You ain't lying. They spend their money partying and dining in restaurants and going on different trips. They go on all types of places. Brainwashing, exactly. Does she have on pink leggings? That's a good question. I don't know, but she was sitting there with her legs cocked open, which looks so stupid on
All the
camera.
way from
Like
Atlanta.
crime is a
The
very
feeding, y'all saw us
look
feed.
at
Y'all
this.
saw us do another feeding downtown.
You can look right into her crotch area, which is very disgusting and just despicable. Nobody wants to look in your crotch, Carmen, not even Tay. But sitting there like that with your legs gapped open like that with those kinds of pants on, like she's not a very intelligent person or cultured, any of that. Sitting there with her legs cocked open, just looking stupid. So yeah, that's what they were, I guess, Chanel. I don't know. But I definitely noticed it too. No gloves and no hair nets. None of that. Ms. Glover says she talks about tearing people down. She does it by calling people the R word, yes. And the other one telling people to go to hell. They are pathetic. They say one thing, y'all, and they say something totally different the next day. Completely different. They'll say they're not clapping back at people and then go on there talking about the young lady with the braids, talking about her. You know what I'm saying? Going in on her. Or call themselves talking about me. Say what you want about me, baby. I'm going to be right here. I'm gonna be right here with this foot pressed. Crook is deflecting from the fact that she doesn't have the appropriate Texas permits, right, to serve the less fortunate. She and Tate contribute to the bad taste people have now going online. Yes. They don't even dry beg. They constantly openly beg for money but can't help someone in a situation like that. I think it's despicable. You absolutely right, Karen. Hi, Miss Deborah. Good morning. Miss Miller Tina said, I'm sure put Crook up to doing this video. You know that. That notebook was Took's notes. They both are liars, stupid, and pathetic. 100%. I can't disagree. I absolutely agree. Hi, namesake. Yes, it does. All of the traveling they're doing. One, Gucci could have helped that lady out for a couple of months. Hell, not drinking one drink for the night. You could have sent her the $30. They're not built like that though. They listen. These are people. We talked about this who only do something for someone if something's in it for themselves. I have some family members like that. Literally, they won't do anything for anybody unless it's somehow, some way, something in it for them. Terrible. Miss Margie Barnes said tickets probably higher because of taxes season. I don't know, but those some crazy prices. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I'm not a Beyonce fan, so I would never go to a Beyonce concert. Ever. I don't hate Beyonce, but no. Cook always sits like a man with her legs wide open all the time. That's what she's trying to project, but she just looks stupid because your legs are open. And like someone said, are those tights you got on so people can see your whole crotch imprint? Like, you look stupid. At 60 years old, she should know to, even if you want to be a bit more masculine, which she's not, but even if you wanted to put that persona on or whatever, you can do it. That's fine. You should do it if you want to do it. But you need to be mindful of the fact that even a man sitting with his legs wide open like that would be mindful of the fact that his dick might be showing. So for you to be sitting there with your legs completely busted open, I'm not the one who even pointed it out. It was the people in the comments who pointed it out, the teammates. And they're absolutely right. It looks stupid. IRS is going to lock those bank accounts right in time for that wedding. Margie Barnes would never get a dime of my money. She knows she could have made those tickets more affordable. Another greedy celebrity. I don't know. Those ticket prices are crazy. And she's selling out. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna be able to do it. which is not a Carmen saying. She's a slang jacker from the young community. We stopped saying that back up north in New York 10, 15 years ago. It used to be, I ain't gonna be able to do it. But that literally was the slang saying, but we don't even say that anymore. But she's special. Good morning, y'all. Hit the like button. Yes, thanks, Miss Deborah Wilson. You're so sweet. Hit the like button, please. Like button, smiley face, heart button. I would appreciate it very much. Also, if you're not a supporter, I know some people, there are plenty of supporters, and I appreciate every last one of you who are supporters. But some people might be like, man, $20 kind of steep. It's $20, but the problem is this, y'all, and I understand. The problem is y'all are used to, y'all meaning me too, used to these so-called influencers like cooking to getting on and not doing anything to earn your money, not giving you anything to stimulate you, titillate your senses, any of that. All they do is get on and beg for stars and money and don't do shit. They go and eat and talk shit, cuss you out. Told somebody to go to hell the other day. They cuss you out. They talk crap. And that's not what we do over here. Today, I'll be at a Black-owned restaurant, going behind the scenes, eating the food, testing the food. I have my tripod with me, so I will be able to talk to people and get some interviews and all that kind of stuff. We have the clinic corner, virtual travel club, birthday club, a lot. It's a lot we do. It's $20 a month. So if you are a supporter, I definitely appreciate that. But you're right. All they do is sit up there and just beg for people's money and don't do anything. Don't reinvest into those same people. I've never seen them give money away. I give money away all the time. They don't. We built different, totally. So, yeah, I agree, Yvonne. They're just pure greedy. Seems like Took is hiding right now. Pressure Took can't take that pressure. They're opportunists. Yep, I agree. They know that people are starting to see them for what they are. Huh. Margie Barnes said exactly right. Maybe she's airing her crotch. No. No, I can't buy tickets. Get somebody else to do it. They are getting somebody else to do it. They're getting y'all to do it. To send them their money in. Send money in cash apps. So we could do more if we had more. That's straight up begging right there. I'm not going to come at you like that on a sneak tip, slide, dry begging. I'm going to come straight up. This is the price for the membership, and this is what you get. That's it. Kuruk went out and bought Coach Apple Watches and bags today. I saw that too. When did Coach come back? I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me that. Took and Crook is all for themselves. You ain't lying. If it ain't it for them, they ain't going to be able to do it. Point blank, period. So let's get on to this whole Rico. I have a little observation about Rico and them. So they were at the house today. And of course, Crook, the cook, was cooking something for Tay. That's her job. That's her role. And she better know it, because the minute she stopped, if she became a double amputee tomorrow, Tay would kick that ass to the curb the next day, because she won't be able to cook. And that's what she's there for. Tay is greedy. She loves to eat, and she's greedy as hell. And Carmen sits right there and cooks whatever it is, which nothing's wrong with that. But don't be asking people to support your lifestyle. Don't do it. This is your primary source of income. And for a lot of people, it is. They making money. They making $60,000, $70,000. They making a lot of money a month. Okay? So I get all that. But at the same time, reinvest into your community, into your page. When the last time you bought some updated technology? I buy technology all the time. I spent thousands of dollars on this platform out my pocket. Okay? To give you a better experience, so I can actually make money off of this platform. That's what it's about. I give you something, which is me, right? And you give me something. That could be your viewership, your support, your likes. So make sure you like the video, please. Subscription fees, whatever it may be. I'm just transparent with mine. Them, not so much. They just be sitting there begging on the sneak. So listen, Y'all know Rico was basically forced to quit his job at I Got You. Okay. When Carmen decided that she was going to have this battle with Karina, she also put that battle on Rico. So Rico's been working at that place for a long time. He's the person who mixes the spices. I call him a chief mixologist, a CMO. And Carmen thought that she was going to be hurting Boss Lady and that company. She thought she was going to cripple the company when she took Rico with her to Texas. But fortunately, Boss Lady's not a stupid woman, and she knows all the inner workings of all parts of the company, which Carmen doesn't. We saw it on film. I showed y'all that the other day. She didn't want to learn somebody else's job. And so they're doing fine, right? But took Rico, and y'all know, I don't want to talk about Rico because I really like him a lot. But I will say that he doesn't strike me as a person who is completely capable of taking care of himself by working, going to pay his rent, paying all his bills, keeping up, having something to eat in the house. You just heard Carmen say the other day it wasn't a lick of food in his house. Just being an adult, because if he was, he would have never moved to Houston with Carmen. He would have had his own mind and said, no, I don't want to do that. Like, leave me out of your feud. Leave me alone. I'm happy. All right. But he went with her. So they took him to Texas. He knows no one in Texas. It's not like he can call up his boys. I don't even know if he has boys like that, because he seems like a complete introvert, and that's fine too. I completely respect it. But taking him and uprooting him is like uprooting a child from their school system and putting them somewhere else where they have to make new friends and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So every time somebody asks Crook, the cook, about Rico, she gets pissed. She bangs the table. Why y'all asking me about him? He's a grown-ass man. If he was a grown-ass man, he would have never followed your ass to destruction, which is where you're headed in Houston. Rico's 55-year-old man. I can't keep up with him, blah, 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 blah. So, she got a lot of backlash for that. So now they always trying to have Rico in a shot like a prop, or they're telling him what to say. I'm happy. Leave me alone. No feeling behind that shit or nothing. And they're always like making reference to him. So in this next clip that I'm going to show you, they're talking about Rico, and they're talking about their trip that they're leaving on to go on Friday. They're leaving to go on Friday. Where are they going? Oh, the Poconos. The Poconos. Up in PA. Been there, done that. Everybody probably has as a kid. And so somebody asked, hey, where's Rico going to be when you're on this next trip? And this is what they say. I'm going to play it, and then we'll talk about it.
Jackson, Carmen and I will be out of town on Super Bowl Sunday. So Rico will be here enjoying the Super Bowl. He might be at a sports bar or something. You never know with Rico.
Yeah, we can't keep up with him.
Rico get in these Houston streets. And you don't hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing till he show up the next day.
Rico said, hey, T.
Okay. So you trying to convince us that Rico is a bar hopper? That he hops bars and he runs the street and he got this lifestyle that he lives, this double agent lifestyle? Because it got to be double agent, because I don't see any of that shit in him at all. But I think that basically they're trying to make us think Rico runs the streets. I don't believe that. I don't believe it for a second. I think that this is their attempt to try to get ahead of people saying, why y'all always leaving Rico? Why Rico can't go with y'all? Why da? I mean, he should be able to go on some of those trips since you took him from his job, his friends, his livelihood, everything in Atlanta. So for them to be talking about they going to the Poconos and Rico's going to be running the streets, they trying to play psychological games with y'all. They cannot play with me because I know better. All right. But they're playing games with you all. And it's disrespectful, very much so. To sit up there and talk about some Rico gonna be out in the streets. Rico, don't tell him Rico be dipping off and we don't see him. Girl, who the hell you think you're talking to? Rico gonna be right at that house where you left him, and not at Tay's house. He should be able to be at Tay's house, but he'll be right there at that house, thanking God that he ain't got to sit up there and hear their asses play pretend on camera that, everything's cool in the game. I don't blame him. That's a lot of pressure. Somebody said Miss Porterhouse, Miss Porterhouse house. I love that. She said Carmen is so ugly. Her face looks like a pail of chitlins. Oh my God, you guys. A pail of chitlins. And you notice how Tay always like, oh, don't say chitlins around me. Stop. Don't say it. She gets real violent. Like, girl, get your uppity self on somewhere. Chief, well, that's what it normally is, but chief mixologist. Yes, that's what I call him. He should have stayed in Atlanta where he has friends. I agree. Why you want to drag somebody to someplace completely unfamiliar and then leave them all the time? That's just crazy to me. Puerto Rico, they never take him anywhere. They don't. Hi, Jojo Alexander. Took is ashamed of him, and the cook dumbass don't care. She's ashamed to cook too. That's why Cook is dressing the way she is. She's dressing completely feminine, wearing tights, switching. Up there switching, wearing tights, switching, acting real femme, doing feminine gestures and mannerisms like, like this and, ciao, all that. Very feminine. I mean, that's yeah. Be who you want to be. If you want to be feminine, be feminine. If Tay want to be the thug, nothing wrong with that. We already know what's up. Let it be the thug. Somebody said not the chitlins. Yvonne said that was unicorn. Yvonne said I seen right through them bitches. That's why I'm over here. I know that's right. They can't fool some of y'all. They cannot. But the rest of them, and that whole 300 and however many 80 something thousand 300,000 people they have 3,842 people, I think, something like that, give or take. Those are mostly Carmen bought those people. She bought the numbers to play with the algorithm. But now Facebook has it where you can have the numbers, right? You can get the numbers up. Anybody could buy, followers and get their numbers up in one day. But the thing is this, now Facebook got hit to that. Like, oh, people buying followers, which means those are not people who are really on the site. They're not people who are interested in that page. So Facebook's not benefiting from that because they're not watching ads and, they're not even on the site. So they don't count. So Facebook was like, you trying to get paid off of that? All right, bet. What we're going to do, and this is what they do. They pay you. You have to have the number, right? You have to have, let me get it right. You have to have 10,000 members. And so that's not enough. You see, back in the day, back it used to be you just had to have a certain number of people following you. They're like, okay, people getting people fake now, like fraudulently. So let's put some more requirements on it. So it's 10,000 people, and is it 400 hours of watch time? Something like that. It's a lot. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. Like, why would they require it? Let me look. Let me see what it is. I haven't looked in a while. It's like, because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. Let me see. But it was a large number, very large. And I was like, how could somebody make that? But I passed it like that. And I'm not saying it from here. What I'm saying is when you have people who come to your page because they're interested in what you're talking about, and I can send somebody 50 million people to their page. That don't mean shit. Are they staying? Are they interested in what I'm saying and what I'm talking about? Can I capture their attention? That's what counts. It's not what you cop. It's about what you keep, as Lauryn Hill said. So it has nothing to do with, I've sent plenty of people to plenty of pages. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I built their following or their audience at all. They have to go and want to stay. That's something totally different. Let me see what the requirement. Hold on. Let me see. because I know it's, hold on, monetization. Here we go. Let's go for subscriptions. Subscriptions. Let's do in-stream ads. You have to have 10,000 followers. Okay, that's 10,000 people following you, and 40,000 watch minutes. That's a lot of minutes. At least I thought it was. But then once you get rolling, you meet those minutes so fast if you are talking to people who voluntarily went to your website and stayed because they like what they saw. That's it. So for Carmen to have all those people, almost 500,000 followers between her and Tay, and you having a hard time getting people to follow you on YouTube. When you first opened up your YouTube page, when you said, hey, y'all, I'm on Facebook now, y'all head over to my Facebook page and y'all follow me. If you had the numbers authentically and organically, like you say, Carmen, those you would have been able to get maybe not the same amount of followers that you have on Facebook, but certainly at least 10%. At least 10% of 300,000, which is 30,000. You should at least have that. You ain't even had 2,000 people last time I looked. Not even 2,000 people on your page. When you have 500,000 people, the math is not mathing. That means that you were paying for your people. That's what it means. Let's see. I wonder if she even invited Rico to the wedding. Probably not. You guys, please like the video, heart it, smiley face, etc., and share it. Now that I'm monetized, that is part of my my new ask of you, to make sure that you share the video, please. Rico's supposed to be Carmen's brother, but he's not going in. He's not even going to be in the wedding, right? Miss Jones, exactly. I'm from Dover, Delaware. Moved to North Carolina. It was hard to get used to. Yeah, it's the South is something else. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Did you see the last post Take Mom posted about an hour ago? Go look. It's funny. I know who she's talking about. Is that the one where she was talking about her hair? They cannot fool me. I see right through them. Okay. She may not be leaving him. She may staying with him, then going over Tays when it's time to go on camera. That could be. You never see them in the bedroom anymore. She's always saying Carmen's in the street. Yeah, right. Rico's house sleep. Ooh. Ms. Michelle Melton, hello. Good morning. I wonder if they even invited Rico to the wedding. Oh, I read that one. No, probably not. That shit show is going to hell shortly. Y'all, something else. Miss Jackie said, I'm so sick of them. I'm going to tell them off and get blocked. We should all tell them off. We all get blocked, and they will have nobody left. Then Carmen will be begging people to come back the next day. It's a reception, not a wedding. They've already married. Yeah, that's true. Now tell me, why would Rico leave those Atlanta streets? I'm going to read it like you, sis. Why would Rico leave those Atlanta streets when he was comfortable and familiar to go to those Houston streets? Come on now. Where he doesn't know anyone or anything, to go and hang out at a sports bar? Give me a freaking break. Exactly. Talking about here, Rico's going to the sports bar. Girl, bye. Stop. He's not. Where's the wedding anyway? I don't know. I don't know. Vegas, I think. Still Vegas. So she is still under IRS because they're gonna know. Yeah, she is. Who is Cook standing up? Who is Cook having stand up for her wedding? She has pushed everyone away. You're right. Rico will be there. Shared the video. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Thank you. Coach, why are they having a wedding? They're already married. think the lady up above answered that, and I agree. They're having a ceremony, and some people do that. Some people will get married. Well, I'm gonna tell you the people who usually do that though. People who usually do that are people who don't quite yet have the money to get married, so they go and get eloped, and then they save up money, and then they go and have a big wedding reception for everyone else. But y'all supposed to be ballers. Why couldn't y'all just have y'all? Why did y'all have to rush and get married? That just seems so crazy as hell to me. Who benefited from that? Tay, with that insurance policy, I'm sure that she took out on you. Why would y'all go and rush to get married and then have the wedding later? Y'all got money, so it's not like y'all went to the courthouse and then 2 years later y'all like, well, let's have the reception now because we never had one. Why were y'all in such a rush to go and get married? Tay is playing the hell out of this lady. It's just pathetic. So what I doubt, Rico wasn't invited. Are they getting married? Invited. Are they getting married? I just answered that. Oh, okay. That's what it's being called now. Rico's not happy. Does anyone see the video from the Bahamas? Latrice. Listen to me carefully, y'all. Come closer. Closer. I'm not playing games with Latrice Allen. Those not the problems I want over here. All right. I don't want that smoke. I don't want those problems. I don't want none of that with Latrice. Because Latrice, one of those people, of course, I'm aware of her. If you're on Facebook, at some point you're going to run across one of her videos. I'm aware of who she is, and I'm aware of how reckless she run her mouth too, and rightfully so. Especially how she was running it to Carmen. After what Carmen said to her, hell yeah, she let loose on her ass. But I'm not the one to be playing them games. Like my mouth can get reckless too, and that's not what I want to do with my platform. I don't want to run my platform in that manner. I don't, and I'm not saying in her manner. I'm saying in a manner where, now I'm in this beef with. So I don't have a beef with Carmen and Tay. I'm doing the job and I'm reporting on them to you all, giving you my insight, moving on and talking about other things. I don't want to get caught up in this influencer beef. I definitely don't want to get caught up to where, I'm coming on here to address somebody and fight somebody every time I get on here. And that's not what this platform is about. This platform is to entertain you, tell you my feelings on Crook and Took, do a little skit on them every now and then, and talk about other things to educate you, stimulate you, etc. So I feel you. I hear what you're saying, Sawanda. I know that's a good story to tell. And maybe one of y'all could create a platform. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting what she's doing. I don't know. That's what I did for Crook and Took, and it seems to be going well. But that's only because I've been following Crook for years, and so I know what I'm talking about when I talk about her. And I also purchased things from that organization and sent cash apps into some of the causes that she was begging for in past years. So I can talk about Crook and Took or Crook very easily with no problem because I know the history. So if somebody's been following Latrice for all this time and they know the history, they can create a platform similar to this for Latrice. You can do it. Reach out to me. I'll tell you how to do it. This is super easy. It's not easy. I'm lying. I mean, to set up the page and all that stuff, that's easy, but it's a lot of work. Know that. It's a lot of work, and you will have to put some money into it too. But you can do it. Absolutely. I just don't want them problems. No, I don't want nobody. I don't even want to be in that space with anybody like that. Just like Took did away with that truck, she's going to do away with her and collect the money. She did. You heard they're trying to get people to go on a Carnival cruise to meet them? I heard. It's hilarious. Have you lately? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to go and get some water. Um, Lisa said, "Why was there a rush anyway? Who sweeps what? Who sweep who off their feet? Who sweep who off their feet? It wasn't like Tay was pregnant, right? Right. They act like it was a shotgun. That's called a shotgun wedding, which you probably know. Exactly. What's the rush? Why were y'all rushing? Y'all not two 19-year-old, 20-year-olds trying to defy your parents and get married and, go get eloped and surprise everybody with it? Or you knocked up like somebody said. It's not like somebody's knocked up and you have to have a shotgun wedding. Y'all two over the hill grown ass people. Why y'all running off and eloping? None of Carmen's family friends there because she done burned all them bridges. And now you want to have a reception. This is not either of your first marriage or even your second. Carmen's been married twice. Did y'all know that? And Tay 5 times. So it's not like this is your first marriage. Looking for white wedding dresses is stupid. You're old, and nothing wrong with being old. I'm talking about these two. You're older. Tay's older and Carmen's old, and you're asking for money. You're making this wedding like it's your first time. You should have kept that. They shouldn't even have her. The only reason they would have one. This is not your first rodeo. You do all that when it's your first time. It's like baby shower. You don't have a baby shower after your third or fourth baby. You know what I'm saying? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 babies. You don't keep having baby showers. You don't. Same as a wedding. Y'all done been there, done that. The ceremony should be close family and friends, which it was Tay's family, and it should be something that is intimate and etc. But the reception, that's different. Who's going to be at it? None of Carmen's family and friends, just Tay's friends and some people that they pay off of Facebook to go there as seat fillers. Please. It's stupid for them to be having a reception unless there's a potential to make money. And it is hundreds of thousands of dollars for them to make money off this reception. All right, let's see. Exactly. Stay you, boo. Lisa Williams said, oh, we read that one, sorry. Miss Tina said, I totally agree. This was sad and sickening at the same time. Crook was so scared and just like a little turtle backed into a shell. It was heartbreaking. Cook allowed this to happen. Probably for legal matters. Yeah. Tay wants to make sure she's insured. Cook, you better believe it. Hello, Nandy and Night Crew. I'm so late. Hi, Miss Janet. Welcome. Roberta said, I'm telling you, they are trying to use supporters for financial gain. Carmen been doing this. And then Tay was like, shit, I could die. That's up my alley. What, you ain't saying nothing. Let's get married and let's really take these people for their money to the cleaners. And that's what they've been doing. What you laughing at? At least it's on my seat fillers. You know how it is. Just thinking, it's been a while since we've heard Cook shout out Miss Sharon. No, Sharon sent them some gummy bears the other day. So she ain't get blocked yet. It's coming though. The fan registry alone is going to bring in big money and gifts. I'm telling y'all, they milking this, honey. They are milking this to no end. Okay, to no end. Come on, Rico running the streets, bar hopping. Miss Lisa said that's why Tay doesn't have to go to work anymore. Listen. Tay had no business hooking up with. What happened? Oh, right there. Tay had no business hooking up with Carmen to begin with, because I mean, if you really want to keep it a buck, why was she so anxious to meet someone who, like Carmen, she knew who she was. She watched the video. She heard her talking. She knew Carmen was not a person of great intelligence. She's not. And she knew Carmen had low self-esteem issues. That's why she picked her, really. Because what nurse on earth would pick someone and stay with them. Stephanie picked her, but she stayed with her. She didn't stay with her. She bounced when she found out who she was. What nurse on earth would pick someone and then find out that this person has all these people coming forward talking about all the money she stole from them and still agree to be wiped up by them? Who would? Unless you can't use your nursing license anymore, and that might be the case. Oh my God, this water's good. Let's see. Beautiful Mount Terry Lodge. Remember that commercial? Mount Terry Lodge. It's crazy how the human brain works. I love science. If you know, you've been watching this page, you know I love science, technology, and all that stuff. Huge science and tech fan. I said that to say it's incredible how the brain works. You know, short-term memory, what makes it to short-term memory, and what makes it to long-term memory from short-term memory. Because I cannot tell you what I had, and you couldn't tell me probably what I had for breakfast 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I couldn't tell you that. I wouldn't know. But I could bring up the song that I haven't heard since I was literally 10 years old. I haven't heard it since then, and sing it to perfection. Like the human body period is just completely incredible. Fun fact about me, I actually was going to go to medical school. But then I got an opportunity to start working in the healthcare space and found out that I could still make an impact in healthcare on the operational leadership side. And my paycheck looks as bad. My ex-boyfriend's a doctor, and I made more money than him. So there's opportunities. You don't have to be clinical when you go into healthcare. You could work on the operation side. For me, I'm too much of a bleeding heart to work on the operation side, on the clinical side. You know, kids that go into the hospitals, abused and stuff like that. That would, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do my job because I'm a bleeding heart when it comes to certain people, kids, older people, etc. They made over $200,000 for their engagement party. Wow, yes, cash money. They already married. They can't get another license, so this is a ceremony, receptions, and going to get gifts. Yes, we know. They're going to make those followers pay for that meet and greet on the cruise. Yes, of course. You think they're not? Sharon is not going to get blocked as long as she keeps sending money and stars. Let them know, Miss Presley. Cook had the nerve to say she has to pay her employee. Did you hear her say that to me? I have a full staff. I don't know who she made that video for. The IRS? Maybe she told the IRS, listen, I get some trying. I don't have no receipts, but I can make a video for you. Can you accept that as evidence? On here talking like she talking to the IRS. I have a full staff. I have to pay. I don't ask for y'all for money. Everything I do out my pocket. Girl, that is the biggest lie I've ever heard you tell out of all the lies you've ever told. So who were you really talking to? The IRS? Because you were not talking to us. Because we know better. Drugs and alcohol. And I got short term when I had it. As much as Carmen drinking alcohol is going as well. I'm 60. Mary Jones, what? OMG, I'm definitely in the wrong profession. Yeah, why do you think I'm over here? Baby, I need that. I need 70,000 a month, 200,000 for events. I need that kind of money. I'm gonna share it with y'all too. I'm not stingy like them. I give back. I know y'all already know that though. I personally think Tay doesn't love Crook. It's all for interest. Wait until the money is gone. Of course. You're definitely right. She staged that video. I'm telling you. Like she did when she said the realtor, she told the realtor that she was not on live anymore. And she clearly was. She knew she was. She's slow, but she's not that slow. She knew she was on live. She knew she was still talking to that lady. She knew that lady didn't want to be on live because she asked her. She said, it's not on, right? You turned it off? Yeah, it's not on. I turned it off. And then she proceeds to talk like she was talking in this last video, like she was addressing some people and trying to make some points. Just terrible. She's just a horrible person. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Miss Gardner. Crook doesn't want her working. Crook don't want her working. You know why? I'm talking about a person with low self-esteem and trust issues because they have low self-esteem. Let me set the scene for you why Crook doesn't want Took to work. Carmen knows that Carmen is not an attractive woman. She knows she's not cute. She thinks Tay is cute. She thinks Tay's the cat's meow, honey. She thinks Tay is a catch. She thinks that Mr. Potato Head ass Tay is the ish. She's definitely not. But this is what Carmen thinks. So Carmen thinks that Tay going to work will open Tay up to the possibility of meeting people at work, especially as a nurse. You know what I'm saying? That somebody else is going to see her and get to her, and Tay with more money than her, and that Tay is going to leave her. That's why she doesn't want her to go to work. Point blank, period. You heard it from me. Okay? That's why she does not want her working. She knows that Tay, she knows Tay's playing her. She knows she got to have a certain amount of money and keep her entertained and traveling and eating and shit. She knows that. So she knows there's no real deep connection between them. So she also knows, again, when Tay meets somebody in that hospital, it could be another doctor, it could be a patient, whoever got more money, Tay gone. Tay's gone. She don't want that to happen, so she keep it close. That's why she doesn't want her to work. Let's see. Hi, Lavinia. Lisa said the followers are paying for everything. Why do y'all think that she's been much nicer to people now? Okay. Miss Regina said, I'm trying to understand if Take legitimately earned her nursing degree. Why didn't she address the nursing degree scandal since she has a platform? Make it make sense. I addressed it. I don't know. Because listen, Tay, we know a lot about Tay from the things that, Boss Ladies thing uncovered. But Tay's still sitting on a lot of stuff that y'all don't know about. And she's something else. Somebody said, Nandy, so true, but Crook looks like she's toxic. Crook looks like she's toxic. Both of them toxic. Fate Take is going to call Tyrone. Yeah, I know who Tyrone is. He's one of my characters, BD Tyrone. What makes people send their hard-earned money to people who flaunt their wealth in their faces every day? I bet most of these people don't even own a house or a car. It's mind-boggling. That's what I said. People struggling to get by in life and buying them drinks, sending them cash apps, sending them gifts in the mail. They get so many gifts in the mail, y'all. I would never put my P.O. box up. You may quote me on that. I'd never do it. I've been asked many times. I don't want gifts from y'all. What? That's weird to me. Hi, Charmaine. Took is not attractive as people put her out to be. Character is ugly and it makes her ugly. No. My mother said she was pretty. And I agreed with her because that's her mom. And why would I say something disrespectful to her mom about her? Or, you know what I'm saying? So some people was upset, like, you fucking said that to her mom that she was pretty. I can't believe you said that. People crazy. Just idiots. Tay is not in love. She wants a man. Oh, yes. She got Big Dick Tyrone on standby, though. Didn't you just say it could be a doctor or a patient? Did you just say it could be a doctor or a patient? It was the patient for me. It could be a doctor or a patient. That's exactly right. Yep. Jeanette said, if you're ugly inside, you're also ugly outside. Okay, let them know. Take address the scandal on some sissy site. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Took's not addressing it because I bet she's part of the scandal if we deep dive. And whatever she did say on whoever's page, why would you try to post somebody's page on my page? That's will get you blocked. Um, Not you, Roberta. Especially if it's an op, is what I'm saying. And an op is just anybody who's ever talked shit about this page. I don't give them any press. Only when you guys mention them, then I might say something. But other than that, they're irrelevant. They're fans, though. They're fans of the show. They watch our show for sure. Did you just say? Oh, sorry about that. Hi, Elisa Ransom. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick trivia. Let me see. Like all those foods and her housewarming gifts when she bought house people. When she bought house, people are ridiculous. Could you believe that, Marissa? It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I talked to y'all a while back about sponsoring a child. We talked about that. Meaning us sponsoring 1 or 2 children and kind of following their story across some years and the progress that they make. And a lot of you all were very interested in that. And I wanted to circle back around to it because I hadn't talked about it in a while. And then a lot of you were saying that you would love to do that, but that it should be an American child. So we can do 1 American child, 1 foreign child, and it won't be a lot of money at all. And you won't send the money to me. I'm not getting involved in none of that. I've already told y'all. People are always in my inbox. Hey, can you post my story? Hey, get this. No, I'm not asking for no money for anybody. The only person I'm asking for money for is me. And I appreciate it. I think I do deserve it. And I certainly do appreciate it. But we could do, certainly pick a child, look through the photos and pick one, and then start sponsoring them. Young girls in other countries often don't get to go to school. The priority and the preference is given to young boys. So maybe we could save a young child bride, instead of getting married to some 60, 50-year-old man at 11 years old. That happens. It's child brides over in Africa. We could save one and have her go into school and follow her progress through college. And again, it wouldn't even be a lot if we all gave just like $1. You know what I'm saying? That would be more than enough because the US dollar to whatever they are doing over there in Ghana or wherever else is obviously has a higher value. So I wanted to bring that back up because I did mention it, and see what you guys think about that. Let's see. Somebody said I was going to ask you if it could be an American child. That came up when I first mentioned it. And I understand the logic behind that, and I agree with it too. We have so many kids in this country who are homeless or in homes that they shouldn't be in, or whatever the case may be. So I think that we could go through a catalog of children and pick one that we want, someone that I know does this. And they've even been over to the country to see the child and take pictures with them. So of course I would vet the organization because y'all already know I'm not playing games at all. I want to make sure everything is legit and all that kind of stuff. So I just think it would be something cool for us to do, like a social experiment of sorts, and keep tabs on it. It'll be our content for our page here, and write to the organization, the child. We get pictures back, maybe once a month. Get to talk to them via video once a month. I think that's something that I would love to do with some of you. So yeah. And again, the money would not go to me. I don't need anybody like, oh, Nandy scammed me out of money. I don't want to hear no shit like that, because I don't scam people out of money. And if you've ever dealt with me on this platform, you can vouch for that 100%. You've gotten any money back from me that I was supposed to give back for another platform, or if I send you something by on the trivia game, you get it within an hour. So but people still will find a way to try to sully your name and make up stuff on you, and I don't have time for that. Let's see. Great idea. Love it. Great idea. I remember you mentioning it. I think it's a great idea. You're using this platform for good. That's all I want to do. I want to kind of balance some of the stuff that we do for bad on here. I won't say it's bad, but y'all drink this water. This alkaline water is so good. It goes down. I don't know how to just describe it from like Poland Spring. It goes down so smoothly. It's really good. Drop the top. I have to remember. But we can go through that. We can look through the catalogs. I'll vet the organization and get someone to come on and talk to us about it. Make sure that we run them through the BBB and all that good stuff, because I'm not about to. Y'all remember Gloria off of Family Feud, Sally Struthers? She got big as hell, and I was like, is that from eating all the food that she was covering to my feet, the Feed the Children program? It's so many programs out there that are scams, but it's a lot out there that are legit for real. Deborah Wilson said, count me in. Love the alkaline water. Somebody told me on here the other day that because I always drink alkaline water. This is like my favorite water. This is the Kirkland's brand, so it's equivalent to the Smart Water that Costco has. Oh, not Costco, but the Smart Water brand. But this is like probably still Smart Water with the Kirkland brand on it, name brand on it, because that's how Costco do. And you haven't really heard me talking about my acid reflux lately. And one of the ladies, one of you teammates got in my comments the other day, not in the comments, in my inbox, and said, hey, Nandy, I have heard you talking about your acid reflux and da-da-da-da. She said, I had it so bad for years. She said, but what I noticed has helped me has been the alkaline water, right? Like Smart Waters in this water that I'm drinking. And I had to think, like, you know what? She's right. When I drink this water, I really don't have a lot of acid reflux. But when I do, when I drink regular water, like Poland Spring, like if I run out and I don't have time to go to Costco for a week or so, I start to get heartburn. But I haven't been saying it lately because I've been drinking this alkaline water, and it completely makes sense, right? So water can go from what's called acidic to neutral to alkaline. That's the pH of water. And so they have water test kits and all that stuff you could get from the store and stuff. But this bottle of water, so you don't want to put acid on acid, right? If I'm having acid reflux, I don't want to put acid on top of that acid. I want to put a base on top of that acid, which is like baking soda will be something that is like a base, neutral. So this water on this scale, I wish you could see it. You can't, but I'll read it to you. There's a little scale on the bottom of this water. It's like a colored scale. You can see some of it. Oh, there you go. You can see some of it here. So it goes from 0 to 6. If a water is from the pH of water is, if it's from 0 to 6, it's acidic. That's not what you want. If it's 7 is neutral, right? So because the scale is 1 through 14, the pH balance of water. Scale goes from 1 to 14. 1 through 6 is acidic, and 7 is neutral. And anything from 7 forward progressively is alkaline. And so this water falls under 9.5. So it's 9.5 on the scale, the pH of this water. And she didn't say all that. I just know that because I'm a biology major too. I know this, and she's right. That's exactly right. I feel a lot better drinking this alkaline water than I do when I don't have it and I'm drinking regular water. I always get acid reflux. So let me see. Hold on. Somebody said, let me go up. That's uncalled for, the way they give away everything. Count me in. Love alkaline water. Every time cook. Why my screen keeps flipping off? Every time cook, it turns into about Tay. And nobody's going to disrespect her wife. Cooking show used to be cool. Now it's about Tay, bacon, and sausage every day. That's funny. Hello from the Tifton area, Miss Frances Hutz. Hey, Geechee girl. I love alkaline water. I think it's a good idea. Let's start it here first. Then down the line can do it for someone in another country. Y'all want to do it that way? I think we could probably do it both ways if there are enough of us. The thing about children in this country, to me, in my opinion, is this. Children in this country, yes, there are neglected children, kids dropped off at gas stations, or not gas stations, but fire. Sorry. I ate some fruit, and that's not really supposed to eat fruit late at night because it sits in your stomach, and that's not what you want. But children in this country have a decisive advantage over children in other countries, for sure. Even homeless children in this country. I mean, people who go to do hard prison time in this country are living better in prison than people are in other countries, just out living their lives in the world. You know what I'm saying? They get free health care and all that stuff. But I think that I want to do a child in this country for sure. But I think that even a child in the worst circumstance in this country is far better off than a child in another country that may be at an orphanage where they have to breastfeed from mothers who are malnutritious themselves, and all that kind of stuff. So at least the kids here, even if they're in a shelter or, a temporary home, they're getting fed, and the people who are caring for them is getting a stipend and money. So they're I'm not saying they're in the most ideal situation, because they're not, but they're certainly better off than children in other places. That's why I wanted to do a child. But we can absolutely do both. We talked about this before. So I'll get the stuff together and I'll start putting that together and get someone on to speak to us about it, how it works, and all that stuff. Let's see. Miss Peterson said, my daughter drinks that water and she also had acid reflux, but she doesn't have it now. And she said the same thing you say. She hasn't had it in a while since she's been drinking the water, in other words. Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Good morning. I've been to Tipton. That's where our Church of God campgrounds. Okay. Could it be a foster child? In what way? What do you mean? These are how I'm thinking about it in my mind. Firstly, we're not talking about adopting families, and we're not talking about a child who's already placed in a home. No, I'm talking about children who don't have a home, who've been abandoned, or if they're in another country, they're in a very, very dire situation, and it's a legit opportunity to sponsor them to get out of that situation. That's what I mean. But if somebody's already in a safe home being fostered, that's not what this would be for. I hope that answers your question. Good morning, teammates. Good morning. Where's baby Sunshine? I haven't seen her in here. Roberta said, I just think that we need to start at home first and then another. I'm open to that. Listen, I'm not a rigid person. I'm definitely open and approachable and coachable. You come in correct. Nah, some people be getting in my inbox talking crazy, and I have to put them in their little place. But absolutely, I'm I want this to be an experience for us as teammates to be able to do. Again, I've never seen anybody ever do this. I don't go on other pages looking for stuff. I'm always thinking of ways to make things better for y'all and for others that I encounter as I go out on my daily, business in the world. Y'all see how I am, how I interact with people. That's literally how I've been my whole life. Miss Fripp said, I am in the process of sponsoring a team from Haiti. That's nice. Haiti definitely needs it. Haiti was the first Black country to free itself from colonizers. And they are strong people. But the reason Haiti is, we talked about this, the reason they're so impoverished as they are is they had to pay that a tax for their freedom, right? They drove the colonizers away, and England and other places, France, they were like, okay, all right, you won, you got that, you cannibalizing soldiers and people, you got that, but you gonna have to pay us the money that we would have made if you were still a slave. So they had to pay what's called a slavery tax, a freedom tax. Yeah, freedom tax. For years, they just paid it off not too long ago. That's why they're so poor, such a poor country. But there's some strong people. I have a lot of respect for Haitians. Our concentration should be homeless in serious situations. Look, we could do that. We could do a complete portfolio. What I want to do is do this. I hope they don't steal your idea. They listen. People always copying us. They're watching now. But when I do things like this, I do things like this from my heart, not because I saw somebody else do it. I've never seen any other page do this. So it's not. So God knows, and y'all know. Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody even talk about doing something like this on their page with their followers ever. So, people can try to do what you do, but at the end of the day, God's only going to bless the one whose heart he put it in. That's it. You can imitate, but you can't duplicate. So, and that goes for me, anybody else. I'm not just saying me. I can't go to somebody's page and steal something they're doing and expect God to bless it and process and make, no. I can't do that because it wasn't something that was birthed inside of me. So people are always copying us, and then they turn around and say we copying them. Picture that. What about giving microloans to organization for struggling young women and girls in Africa to start a business? We can do a lot of things, but what I want to do is start with something that is obtainable and can make an immediate impact on someone's life, a young child's life. That's where I want to start. And then we could definitely expand our portfolio of charity for other organizations and causes that we look at together and we decide together. I want to put together a panel. I already have at least one person I know definitely who's a follower who would be on board with this, but not one, maybe 3 or 4 that I can think of off the top of my head. Smart people, very smart people, smart, measured, kind. So I definitely know that they will, be good for the panel. So the way that I see it developing is forming a panel and working together to draw up these ideas and put them together and then bring them to you all and make, to bring them into fruition. So I'm from the Dominican Republic and wait, let me put this up on the screen so you guys can see it. I'm from the Dominican Republic and we have a lot of poor people here. Yes, I've been there several times to Santo Domingo. Michelle said, you're right, coach, start small. Yeah, so we can do that. I will put something together. Today is Wednesday. I'll have something together a week from today, Wednesday, 1 week from today. Okay. All right. You can do that and everything will be transparent. I'm not about to get caught up in no cook shit like, oh, you got the money for that young girl in Ethiopia and we saw her back up on the board. Like she's not even sponsored or, or whatever the case may be. I don't want any smoke at all. So the way this will be handled will be very transparent with how much we get in from each person who gave the money and where the money went to. I don't know if this is another bot, but it looks like it because I've never seen you in here. Hello world, we definitely don't talk like that in here. So I know you're not a teammate, so I'm gonna go ahead and block you because I know you're going about to spam this page and we don't want that. Okay, so I did. So listen, you all, I will put that together. Something more concrete, something solid. Yes, thank you for that, Maritza. I appreciate it. Something concrete, something solid, something that everybody feels comfortable with. Everyone who wants to partake in this feels comfortable with, and put mechanisms in place and processes in place where, again, this is all transparent for the people who will be participating in it, and we can really make a difference for real, not with some, playing games, send me some cash apps and I might give it to the people. No, we're not doing it like that at all. We're going to set a new standard and precedent over here. Listen, I didn't even intend to stay on for 2 hours with you guys. I really wanted to come on and discuss a couple of hot topics, which we've done, and also talk about the whole Rico situation. Talking about he's going to hang out at a sports bar. He'd be running the streets, which is utterly ridiculous because that doesn't even sound like Rico. But I just love talking to you all. So the time is already at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I can't even believe that. So, and it's 6 o'clock here, 6:13. So I am about to take a shower, and I have to do some work for my regular job. And when I get some time today, I will start reaching out and trying to form a panel of advisors and overseers. That's important. When you have people handling money, you got to have mechanisms in place, and you cannot just be taking money from people here and there without receipts, without transparency. I know I'm sleepy. Transparency and oversight, because it leaves too many opportunities for people to pocket money and misappropriate funds, and that's not what we're doing over here. All right. You guys have a great rest of the day. Another lady is being crooked, and another lady is being sued by her that has the sick child. I heard about that. I think that's a strong family. We're not doing it like that over here at all. You guys have a great rest of the day. I really, really appreciate the time that we spend together. I appreciate your ideas. You guys are so engaging and so brilliant. And I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. If you're not a supporter yet, I would encourage you and appreciate if you do become a supporter. That will be great. This Sponsor a Child is probably going to be in our in a private space. I don't even know if it'll be in the lounge, but it'll be in a private space because it has to be set up right. Y'all know how I do things over here, professionally and in a certain way. So more to come on that, but I don't know that it will be just on our regular page. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to form a committee and see about that. But if you guys are not supporters, I would appreciate your support. You already know how to do it. Hit the green badge and join the movement. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you. Is it Wednesday? Yeah. I will see you all again soon. Night crew, y'all have a special place in my heart. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.